Well, we'd like to officially welcome everyone to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. And the pleasure is mine to be back with you for of course, to tell you what's taking place here in Grenada, Carriacou, Martinique, and other parts of the world, with specific emphasis to what's happening here in Grenada. All right, so we see here that Grenada now has 5 COVID-19 active COVID-19 cases. There's another new case that was discovered. We'll talk about that. We have a missing elderly woman to tell you about who suffers from dementia. And you know the early hours are really important, and so we'll tell you about that in a moment. And there's a warning for the authorities here. All right, we're going to talk about that. The Atlantic is busy at this time. There are several tropical waves and so on out there that are likely to develop into tropical cyclones. We'll talk about that. U.S. seizes record U.S. $1.4 billion worth of drugs. We'll talk about that and update from Ralph Gonsalves himself, the man himself. So these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. Of course, it is Soca Monarch night without Soca Monarch. We're not going to keep you too long in the program anyway. We'll try to see if we can make it in about 30 or so minutes. Boy, let's see how that goes. All right, so folks, brace yourselves. It's going to be another good evening. For those of you who have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to share the program so that other people get an opportunity to view. This is News Discussed, Not Told. The headlines were sponsored through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Coach Grenada Limited, Real Value IGA, Supermarket Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, and the Superb Distributors. We say thank you to our sponsors of the headlines and all the other sponsors of the program. Folks, we're taking a break and come back. When we come back, it will be real news in all the Lily Lolo. So all ya, brace all yourself and ding now.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
After being locked down during the pandemic, get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach dress with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, folks, again, thank you and welcome to tonight's program. Now, Chairman of the OECS Authority, Grenada's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, expresses deep dismay, they say, with the incident which occurred outside of the House of Assembly of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines in St. Vincent and the Grenadines yesterday. It resulted in the injury of the country's Prime Minister, Dr. Gonsalves. Dr. Mitchell, in a statement on behalf of the OECS, says that what was witnessed was heartbreaking and not representative of the true nature as Caribbean people. For this is not how differences are settled politically and otherwise. Within the OECS, he says member countries strongly uphold the tenets of democracy and the rights of citizens to protest and to have their voices heard, but to do so peacefully and in accordance with the law. All right. In fact, we understand too that an arrest was made. Police have made an arrest as it relates. This is an attempted assassination. I don't know how that. You can assassinate somebody with a stone. What she hit him with? I think it was a. I think it was a woman. I think we are using strong words, and we have to really be very careful with what we say. All right. He was struck with a stone, and so we're hearing about assassination and an attempt on his life. Like, guys, like seriously, you know what I mean? Who killed somebody with a stone? Like this in the Bible days, this in David and Goliath. You know? And so we have to be very careful with the message that we send, with the choice of words that we use. They're saying about attempt on the Prime Minister's life and all kind of thing. But what, you're giving that, listen, Jano, they're giving this woman real credit. What I'm saying is, out of a crowd, the Prime Minister was surrounded by his security detail. This woman have to be Robin Hood to know for sure that when she felt a pebble, she was going to strike the Prime Minister exactly where she wanted to strike him. You understand what I'm saying? Well, unless she was standing 3 feet away from him, that's another story. You understand? But given the distance and everything that was going on, you understand? She might have just gotten lucky. She might have just threw a wild card. I'm not encouraging it, but I'm saying we have to be very careful with the message that we send. You understand? The human in Robin Hood to us, all right, aim a little more to the right, whoop. That's where I want to. I mean, come on, man. It's a freaking stone. You know, it's not. Anyway, woman, you're wrong here, Papa. But still, let me be careful with the choice of words that we use, because, you know, it ain't pretty. The Prime Minister says, Ralph Gonsalves says that, you know what, don't worry, we're going to deal with it.
I will have more to say about this at a later date. I want to thank those of my personal security and other individual police officers who sought to provide protection for me to have my access to the Parliament unhindered. I will speak later as to who I hold personally responsible for this attempt upon me. The statement from the Office of the Prime Minister condemned the act of violence against me and that of the individual perpetrator, but equally to be condemned are those who instigated and continue to instigate against my personal life.
All right, and that's Ralph Gonsalves, the Prime Minister, who was affected by this. He was flown to Barbados for treatment there. All right, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is a serious matter in the sense that, you know, you do not assault the head of a country. You just don't do that kind of stuff. You understand? And I just want you to get my point. I'm not encouraging it. I'm simply saying that when we speak of this incident, we must use appropriate language so that we don't send inappropriate messages. All right? That's all I'm saying. All right. So, we're moving on. So, Grenada was to receive a shipment of 14,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines from the UK government. That was due to arrive in the country today. I think I saw some pictures and so on posted about that. So, more vaccine in our little lolo. So, go on and get all the shot. You know what I mean? So that, as according to the authorities, that the country can go back to normal, the herd immunity thing can be established and achieved. And, yeah, good. And the Prime Minister brave too, you know, to see a crowd of people and try to walk through that. Yeah, the Prime Minister had to get a medal too. Ralph, you had to get a medal. Yeah, I beat it. Anyway, the GFA boy, Premier League continues this weekend with the requisite 5 games. There will be a double header at the Fonda Recreational Ground at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Shantimel plays Hard Rock, followed by Eagles Sports Clubs. And Paradise FC International. Spartan will be at home, Victoria Park, to entertain Hurricanes at 7:15 p.m. Mount Rich Sports Club travels to the Cuthbert Peters Park to play St. John Sports, and at the Kiriani James International Athletic Football Stadium, Queen's Park Rangers takes on the FC Camahan. Folks, we need your help again. There is an elderly woman who is missing, and the family, they're asking for your assistance in finding her. According to them, she suffers with dementia. All right, she was last seen wearing a black top and a green shirt in the area of La Source, Victoria St. Mark. Please contact Timothy Forsyth or Titus Forsyth on telephone number 416-8963. All right, and you can also ask other people if they have seen her, you know. These early hours are very important. Again, according to her family, she suffers with dementia, and of course, you know, she might be out there somewhere. Yes, and so you can feel free to, you know, mount a search party, you, your family, your friends, and so on. You know, today, well, tonight, tomorrow, because it's cold out there, and it may rain too. Yes, so please provide whatever form of assistance you can to this family. All right, in finding this missing elderly woman. All right, Daisy Hazard, who is she's the public relations officer of the Public Workers Union, you know, and she too is lending her voice on the whole issue of the rising fuel prices, thus increasing the cost of living in Grenada. You know that earlier this week, busmen, bus operators, and so on took to the streets. Protesting, they say, in frustration of the high fuel cost, and the cost of operation continues to increase, and they are not allowed, because it's regulated, to increase the bus fare. According to Daisy Hazard, the rising prices and the Okay, hold on. Let me see who's there. Okay, good. Yeah, the rising fuel prices and the frustration that comes with it might be pushing our society, she says, to a tipping point. Yes? She said it might be pushing our society to a tipping point, and we have to be very careful about that.
Gas prices have been rising over time. We are now paying, is it $16 or $16.36? And so one would imagine, why did it take them so long to speak out, to cry out? And I've heard many dissenting views in the society. I've even heard one gentleman, a bus operator, saying that rising fuel prices is a good thing. Because it forces people to park their vehicles and take the buses. But rising costs cannot be a good thing for anybody. I'm very respectful of everybody's opinion, but certainly what we're paying at the pump for gas is beyond bearable. And I stand in solidarity with the busmen. I understand their cry. Operating a bus cannot be an easy endeavor. And operating it where you have to go to the pump and pay $16.38 for a gallon, and prices, what people pay to use the buses, that has not increased, and it cannot be increased. It cannot be increased. I mean, what we pay for bus fares in Grenada is very high. We do not have a public transport system as many of the other countries in our region, Barbados, Trinidad, where persons have choice, where persons can choose to use a national transportation service, where that cost is a little less. We all have to depend on the private operators providing a bus service, but they can't do it at a cost where it does not make sense for them. And so I believe that we're looking at a mix of things that's bringing our society to a bit of a tipping point, and we have to be careful about that.
Thank you very much, Daisy. Daisy says that the society seems like it is on overload.
We are very peaceful people. We are very loving people. We are people who know how to make do. I think the experiences of Ivan and Emily have taught Grenada and the Caribbean that Grenadians know how to make do. We know how to get up and get. We know how to get up and rebuild. We know how to cut and contrive. The old people taught us how to do that. But there is only so much cutting and contriving a person can do. There's only so much you can really stretch to make ends meet. And so we are a stressed out population. And we are a population, as peaceful and as quiet as we are, persons have to take care not to push us too far over the edge, because I believe that there is a mix of things out there that is seeming to point in a direction where our society is on overload.
Thank you very much, Daisy Hazard. Folks, Grenada has recorded yet another positive COVID-19 case. It brings the total active cases to 5. Yesterday, we told you of 2 new COVID-19 cases, one being a non-vaccinated person who came to Grenada, and the other being a close contact of case number 170. All right. Still, the Ministry of Health, they are involved in contact tracing. Over 50 samples were taken, and of course, they are awaiting some of those results. All right, so we'll have another update on that for you tomorrow, God's willing. All right, we have to just keep our fingers crossed. The ministry say they are a bit optimistic, although concerned, but a bit optimistic because of the limited places that case number 170 or limited interaction. Even if they went into 10 of these areas, the usual tourist attraction sites and so on, but her interaction, they say, with others were limited, which the government, the Ministry of Health, say that it makes them a bit optimistic about that at least. But they're encouraging persons, because of the unknown, to please remember to observe the protocols, which are to regular hashing, hand washing, and or sanitizing, wearing of your masks, and observing 6 feet distance from the person closest to you. All right, so we are moving on. There seems to be a very active Atlantic out right now. Check this out. All right, now let's talk about the tropical wave now. An Atlantic Ocean tropical wave is along 55 west from 6 north to 18 north southward, approximately 380 nautical miles east of Grenada, moving westward 10 to 15 knots. Satellite imagery reveals limited showery activities in the wave environment at this time. Now, based on the forward speed, weather models signal that the axis of this wave should traverse the Lesser Antilles on Sunday, and a projected surge in rich ITCZ moisture will feed increased cloudiness and showers. There is also a medium potential for thunder and a low 30% chance of flooding and landslides in vulnerable areas on Sunday and Monday respectively. Slow development, if any, of this system is expected to occur as it moves west-northwestward across the island chain. There is a low, near 0% formation chance through a 48-hour period and a 10% formation chance in 5 days. Let's talk about the disturbance now. Disturbance 1. A small but well-defined area of low pressure located over the eastern tropical Atlantic about 1,000 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands is producing limited showery activities. Development of this system, if any, is expected to be slow to occur while it drifts towards the west-southwest or west over the central tropical Atlantic through the middle of next week and potentially interacts with the border area of low pressure to its east. Now, this system has a low 10% formation chance during the next 48 hours and a low 20% chance through the next 5 days, and possess no immediate threat to the state of Grenada. And in looking at disturbance number 2, a large area of disorganized cloudiness and showers is located a few hundred miles south of the Cabo Verde Islands. Now, this is associated with a tropical wave interacting with a broader surface trough and associated area of low pressure. Environmental conditions are expected to become conducive for gradual development over the next several days, and a tropical depression could be formed by early to middle part of next week, while the system moves generally west-northwestward to westward across the tropical Atlantic. This system has a 30% formation chance during the next 48 hours and a medium 50% chance through a 5-day period. It possesses no immediate threat to the state of Grenada. However, the Meteorological Office here in Grenada say that they will continue to monitor these systems and provide updates in a timely manner. But yes, based on their locations, with the exception of number 3, we are supposed to pay attention to these systems that are out there. All right, we are moving on. I tell all we staying long and I have to go soak monarch. The U.S. Coast Guard announced on Thursday, yesterday, that it had seized about US $1.4 billion worth of cocaine and cannabis during several operations. It said this is the largest illicit drug offload in Coast Guard history. Now, they say that the seizures were conducted by multiple Coast Guard units with assistance from the Canadian Navy and air support from the U.S. Border Patrol. All right. Now, it says that the crew and their efforts have struck a significant blow in the fight to combat the criminal networks that created the destabilizing influence we are all witnessing in Central America and in our nation's southern borders. All right. According to officials, the amount of drugs seized is more than double what U.S. Patrol seized during all of 2020. Jesus! That's huge. All right, folks, so here's what we're going to do right now. We are going to take a break and come back. When we come back, we've got a national report for you and the weather. We did tell you we're not staying too long tonight.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
After being locked down during the pandemic, get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach dress with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, they easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo Supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Ministry of Health receives 14,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines from the UK government. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Friday, August 6th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Prime Minister and Chairman of the OECS Authority, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, said member countries are deeply disappointed in the incident outside the House of Assembly in St. Vincent on Thursday, resulting in injury to Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. The chairman extended best wishes and speedy recovery to the Vincentian leader. In a statement, OECS Chairman Dr. Mitchell said, and I quote, "What we witnessed was heartbreaking and not representative of our true nature as Caribbean people, for this is not how we settle differences, political and otherwise. Within the OECS, we strongly uphold the doctrines of democracy and the right of citizens to protest and to have their voices heard, but to do so peacefully and in accordance with the law." Unquote. The OECS Authority calls on the opposition forces to unambiguously disassociate themselves from such revolutionary acts and to encourage supporters to keep their protest within the ambits of the law. Health officials on Friday were present at the Maurice Bishop International Airport to receive 14,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines from the United Kingdom government. The donation will assist Grenada in its fight toward combating the virus. As of August 5th, 21,793 Grenadians received the first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine and over 16,000 received the second. Minister in the Ministry of Health with responsibility for hospital and community health services, Honorable Delma Thomas, and Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles thanked the UK government for the timely donation, which will assist the country in its quest to obtain herd immunity.
I stand here on behalf of the government and people of Grenada to thank the UK government for this very important gift, a gift of vaccination for our people. We believe that in order for us to go back to normal, our people must be vaccinated, and so we want to thank the UK government and to thank them for that cooperation in terms of getting back to normal and getting rid of the whole issue of the pandemic. We hope that our people will come forward and take the vaccine, and so our lives can come back to normal.
Every dose of vaccine is a potential life saved. And for this, we are very thankful to the UK government for making this timely and much needed much needed donation of vaccines to Grenada.
Resident British Commissioner to Grenada, Wendy Freeman, spoke to the significance of vaccination in the battle against COVID-19.
This is a gift from the people of the UK to Grenada, and I want to just take time to thank everyone who helped make this happen today, the Minister, Permanent Secretary, CMO, and the officials at the Ministry of Health. As we all know, vaccines save lives, and they are the only way to end this pandemic. And really, we cannot all be safe. We cannot be safe until we are all safe. So thank you again for having me today. I'm so glad that the vaccines have arrived in Grenada.
In April, the government received 24,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine through the COVAX facility. Continuing the news, Grenada on Thursday recorded 2 more COVID-19 cases, bringing the country's total to 172 since the start of the pandemic in March last year. One of the new cases is a 30-year-old unvaccinated female traveling alone who arrived on July 30th aboard the Inter-Caribbean flight and whose travel history included Jamaica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The other newly identified case is a family member of case number 170, the visiting female who tested positive as she was undergoing routine testing to leave the country after a week-long visit. The Ministry of Health is currently involved in contact tracing efforts following the detection of case number 170, who, because of her negative status and test result on arrival, was released from quarantine and who visited 10 different places within the past week. As a result, the ministry has so far identified 53 potential contacts who have all been tested thus far. 2 have returned negative results, while the remaining 51 results are pending. While the number of locations visited presents some cause for concern, health officials are optimistic that based on the limited interactions between cases 170 and 171 and their service providers at the various locations identified, the potential spread of the virus will be limited. Nonetheless, the ministry is in direct contact with the establishments and is continuing the process of contact tracing and encourages residents to continue to follow all the COVID-19 protocols to help safeguard themselves. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health is still awaiting test results from samples sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, for testing to determine whether or not other variants have been detected in Grenada. The test results are expected soon, and additional samples are likely to be sent in the coming days. To date, the only variant identified in Grenada is Alpha. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Hello, everybody. I have got some exciting news just for you. Grenada is on the road to Dubai Expo 2020. Now, I know the pandemic has slowed us down just a bit, but this is your chance and your opportunity to showcase your business, products, and services to Dubai and to the whole world. So be a sponsor and jump on board. You can contact the Ministry of Foreign Affairs at 536-9818 or 440-2640. You can also pitch us an email at internationalbusinessgda@gmail.com. Grenada is on the road to Dubai Expo 2020, and you do not want to miss this opportunity. So see you there.
Welcome back. Minister for Diaspora Affairs, Foreign Affairs, International Business and CARICOM Affairs, Honorable Oliver Joseph, calls for more investment in Grenada through remittances as the country became the first in the Caribbean to launch its diaspora engagement policy. The policy, which highlights the huge potential that exists for Grenada and the global community through collaboration, will be managed under the umbrella of the Ministry of Diaspora Affairs. Discussions on the establishment of a diaspora policy for Grenada began in 2009. In 2018, the government resumed talks with the International Organization for Migration on the policy development.
As the policy indicated, we need to get investment from this money. Most of this money goes into consumption. But we need to, as we move forward, to get our diaspora to get involved in investment in Grenada. I give you the assurance, with the launch of this office and the diaspora policy, that you will see greater engagement and involvement of the diaspora in the economic, social, and cultural development of Grenada.
Head of the Diaspora Office in Grenada, Derek James, says the policy will address diaspora engagement, skills transfer, and remittance increase, among others.
The policy seeks to have a few main objectives. One, diaspora engagement. Secondly, diaspora direct investment and trade. Increase in remittances. Diaspora philanthropy and social development. Human capital transfer. Governance and administration. And it also seeks, which is most important, is a monitoring and evaluation process. Brothers and sisters, the Office of Diaspora Affairs has given the role in that policy to operate as an information center, a contact point for the Grenadian community abroad. It also gave us the ability to mobilize the Grenadians abroad to assist in national development of the homeland through coordinated efforts. It will increase human resource potential available to Grenadians through skills transfer. It will it will ensure that transparency and accountability measures are put in place to track pledges donated and material carefully and accurately report back to the diaspora.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Diaspora Affairs, Roxy McLeish Hutchinson, is optimistic that the policy is an opportunity for Grenada and the diaspora to forge and improve the path towards successful engagement and development.
Modern technologies and the enduring sense of connection felt by so many of the global Grenadian community towards Grenada opens new and exciting opportunities for strengthening the relationship between the Grenadians at home and abroad. It is our hope at our ministry that the launch of the Office of Diaspora Affairs and the launch of our national diaspora policy will remind our immigrants abroad of the importance that government attaches to ensuring that the connections that tie them to Grenada are nurtured, strengthened, and intensified. Our global family may be diverse and dispersed, but it remains firmly committed to the interests of this country's long-term prosperity.
An Office of Diaspora Affairs was also launched on Friday, which will serve as the information and contact center for the diaspora. Finally, in the news, another round of parish youth debate was held on Thursday at the Westerhall Secondary School. It is a project under the Division of Youth Development, as we get more from Communications Officer Eugenia Peters.
For the first time in its history, a joint sitting of the Parish Youth Parliament was held. It formed the sixth round of parish-based debates among young people.
This is the reason why home-educated parents possesses higher ACT scores, GPAs, and graduating honors and roles when compared to institutionally schooled parents.
Private tutors are expensive and hard to regulate. From a butterfly back to a caterpillar.
Throughout the years, not enough has been done to properly address mental illness in Grenada. Now, more than ever, we need to handle this situation.
On Wednesday, 2 resolutions came before the House. They were, be it resolved that mechanisms be established to facilitate and resource the establishment of a homeschooling component of our public school system and regulate parents' use of the same. And be it resolved that mental health legislation be enacted to provide for routine mental health screening in schools and workplaces in order to provide efficient and effective diagnosis and treatment of mental illnesses in Grenada. They both received the nod and were approved. Debaters, including Prime Minister Olivia Ntwine and Opposition Leader Amonai Francis, were well pleased with the outcome of the event, following months of intensive training in varying areas.
I think overall it was a very good experience. I had a lot of fun and I definitely learned a lot and a lot of life lessons and values. So I think overall it was a very, very good experience, and I would recommend to all the youth to definitely give Youth Parliament a try.
I really had to work hard, and we had to work together to bring a proper argument for our proposition. I also learned a lot about the governance of Grenada and learned a lot of personal skills too.
Facilitator Clifton Ned said the decision to have the joint sitting was based on some key factors.
Standing order does provide for a speaker who is a member of parliament, because sometimes we forget that members of parliament could become the speaker. The speaker doesn't always have to come from outside parliament. And when that happens, that speaker gets a casting vote. As is our case now, where we have a speaker who was not a member of parliament, he wouldn't normally get a casting vote. But should we have chosen one of the MPs as a speaker, which the Constitution and the standing orders does provide for, then they would have a casting vote in a situation like this that may have emerged in the House from time to time.
The next and final round of debate will be in Carrico and Petite Martinique on August 26th. They will debate the moot, be it resolved, that COVID-19 vaccines be made mandatory for every citizen and resident of the country 18 years and above, therefore achieving herd immunity within the state of Grenada, Carrico, and Petite Martinique. From the Division of Youth Development, I am Communications Officer Eugenia Peters.
That story just ended the national report for Friday, August 6th, recapping the top story. Ministry of Health receives 14,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines from the UK government. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you, Rikisha and the rest of the GS News team. It's now time for a look at the weather. The weather is expected to be mainly fair at first, becoming partly cloudy at times with brief light to moderate showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius, winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And seas moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open waters. That's our weather report for tonight and tomorrow morning. As it relates to tomorrow, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and with brief light to moderate showers before becoming fair at times. Sunday, weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and windy with light to moderate showers which may become heavy at times and a low chance of thunder. There will be a low chance of flooding and landslides in vulnerable areas. And a small craft advisory will be in effect for that day as well. And that's our weather report. Before I wrap him up, I would like to say hello to everyone currently on the program. It's time for Soca Monarch. Soca Monarch. Best I go and find one of my old videos and play it, boy. Call some tabanca. To call some real Soca Monarch tabanca, eh? Anyway, let's say hello to Ansha, Jen, Kimo. We also have with us Atalia, Sharon, Kirin, Shirin, Micah, Mom, Lintana, and the whole crew, Java, Princess, Priceless, Rolander, who was Doris? I see you there as well, Doris. Della, Marilyn, Miriam, hello to you as well. To the usual suspects, hello, hello, hello. Donna, bless up, Osric, I see you there too. And to the people who don't say anything, big up to you. Peter, Angel, I see you there as well, so big up to you too. Those of you on YouTube, blessings to you as well. You know, I know that you guys are always on the inside, so thank you for your for being on the program just the same, okay, guys? And who else? Jane, did I say Jane? And Kathleen. Kathleen, big up yourself. So anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. I did say we were gonna Wendy, Michelle, all right, blessings as well. I did say we were gonna what? Listen, a little steady and study me anyway. Although Vintress, Kimo, although gone, eh? Have a good weekend. Blessings. Take care. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say Ja. No. All the best and may God bless you and the family. Be safe now. See you Monday.